case covers, is it clean, tire wear, and most importantly, does the throttle work? So, can I give this thing a little rip? This is a 2006 YZ125 I found on Craigslist. Like all bikes you find on there, it's obviously clean and fast. But all riders know it's worth nothing without a test ride. Oh, by the way, my name is Aaron Colton. I'm a professional motorcycle rider, but my normal office is the pavement. I'm test riding this YZ125 because I'm going to give this old two-stroke the royal treatment for one of the sickest races of the year. It's called Red Bull Day in the Dirt. Every Thanksgiving weekend, thousands of Southern California motorheads flock to Glen Helen Raceway for a weekend of partying, racing, and plenty of good times.
Now that's some brapping, people.
I got a winner. I feel like I got ahead of myself, so let's rewind a little bit. When I was younger, I really wanted an 05 or newer YZ125 because they were super badass and they had the aluminum frame on them. So I'm trying to find one of those. But the thing is, what an 05 is an 05 or newer in the price range I'm looking for.
Now look at that cave. That's a man cave.
Yamaha YZ125, clean title, fast, fun, and powerful. Runs great, ready to go. So finding one that's hopefully maybe where it's sat more than it's been ridden is kind of what I'm looking for. Hey, I have a clean 2005 YZ125 for sale. It was a great bike, ready to ride. It runs fast and great and never gives me any problems. It's funny how all these bikes are clean and fast. There's a lot of tweaks on Craigslist.
They're all clean and fast.
I'm going to call on this one the first thing we want.
Look at that cave. He should enter the Muggies contest.
Day in the Dirt, realistic.
Look at that. That's a freaking cave, people. I'm talking about.
Race ready amongst getting ready for it, picking up the trailer, motorhome setup, rolling to the track, all of the above.
You have reached the voicemail box.
Oh, snaps.
You'd probably get the guys asking for 4,500 plus to answer the phone all day long.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voicemail.
Somebody answer the damn phone.
That's 5 for 5 on the no answers.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Hi, how's it going? I'm calling about the 2006 YZ125 that you have listed for sale.
Oh, shit.
Craigslist.
Oh, yeah.
Is it still available?
Yes, it is actually.
And that's how
Oh,
we
look
rolled
at
up
that.
to this beauty. Would you
Hey.
just look at it? She's still crusted with dirt, has some scratched plastic, warped rims, and
Oh.
the pipe is rusted to all hell.
Oh,
She's-
hell no.
We got a bike. We got a perfect
But
candidate for the build.
she is fixable.
You know, with anything that I do, as far as when I get a bike or working on one, a clean bike's a fast bike. So before
Oh,
I bring
yes.
some of the dirt and grime into my shop,
A man
I'll
after-
take it
that's what
apart,
I'm
like
talking
a
about,
big
people.
top
Clean
wash down, then take
your
it
shit.
and start detailing from there.
Oh, hell yeah. Gotta
I'm
clean
just
that
gonna
shit.
go through my wash and song and dance this thing, tweak out for a little bit, and get after it.
Hell yeah, I would be cleaning that bitch good before I even touch that shit. That's a dirty ass whip.
How things were in rotation at the shop is the bike on the lift is the one that's priority, and the FZ Freestyle bike is all done and ready to rock and roll for the next adventure, and it's time to get the YZ up in here. The real work's about to begin. The bike's washed, the bike's clean, it's coming in, it's going to go full detail, full strip down, and it's going to be a big Monday. The teardown day is one of the most gratifying processes because when the build happens, it's a slow way coming. But tearing the thing down, you can have a frame and engine on the stand within a couple hours.
Alright, people. You're saying, okay, Muggy, I think we get your point. Maybe we don't. Last video we watched, by the way, was an hour. I gotta piss right now. Not really bad, but I know, TMI, too much information. Muggy's gotta pee. I could take you to the bathroom or tell you to hold on, but listen, I'm a grown-ass man. I can hold my shit. We're just going to cut this video not real short, but we're going to try to cut this in half. We're going to try to stick to 30 minutes. We're on 4 minutes. Most of it's been that video. So we got another, 26 minutes. Okay, I think I can do that. I don't have a lot of updates. I mean, the cave is kind of settled down. As you guys from watching the last video, you know, I'm going through the break-in process. I try to, for those of you, let me pump the brakes real quick. Before we get into this whole thing, let's give some shout outs. First of all, as always, welcome all Muggy Maniacs. There's my Muggy. And that fat pig right there is ready to get busy. It's ready for round 2 of the Pika .28 P3 modded by RB Mods. You guys seen on my last video, I showed you this. She's ready to rock and roll. Got the new servos in there. Got the endpoint set. Everything's tucked and ready to suited and booted, and she's ready to throw her some. I don't know. I think we're gonna. I sometimes will throw. You know, I could throw these on the DE with the Chinamans. These are the ones that these have become my break-in tires if I want to run it on the streets. I've got another set of these. If you guys want some cheap Chinaman tires, look up ZD Racing 8 scale. Either look 17 millimeter on eBay or just monster truck tires, even though they're not. That's what I think they were under. But anyway, they come like this. I think I've showed them to you guys before. Let me get in, grab one out of here. Ah! They come glued, mounted, and everything. Wow, there's a little bit heavier than the DE, but not much. These are not bad. But you get 4 of these for, what, I think it's 30-something bucks. 35 bucks or something. That's pretty cheap. And these things are real rubber, not synthetic, and they last. But I like them because these are, I can run these in the dirt. They're a little bit heavier, not much, than the DE Racing one. But, you know, they're good for, I use those to, those are my road tires. Those are my street tires. Because, you know, as you guys know, and I told you before, Muggies ain't running no Badlands on the concrete. Some of my brow spots, you know, we touch a little bit of pavement, you know, here and there, but not street concrete. I mean, not, you know what I'm saying? Roads. Anyway, so we're probably going to throw these, because I like these on here. We're going to throw the Badlands with the yellow on them. Matter of fact, I'm going to order, come Monday, I think I'm going to order a couple more pairs of Badlands before, you know, they don't make them anymore, people. So, you know, I mean, I told you guys before, don't rest on, there's an old saying, don't rest on your laurels. Don't rest on the fact that, you know, you've got a few pairs and, you know, there's some still hanging out. You know, I don't know if you guys remember I did that video. You know what? I'm the guy, and and I'm not the guy to toot my own horn. You know, I'm not that type of person. But I'm the guy that called Proline because they're about an hour from where I live. They're out in a city called Banning, an hour from where the Muggy lives. And I called them, and because there's A-Main didn't have any, they listed them as out of stock. Dollar Hobby had them, but they listed them as out. A few of these companies did. Okay, I called Proline, and then I told them, I said, "Do you guys? All these companies say you guys don't have any." He says, "No, we have 200 pairs of Badland 1178s outside in a container." I'm like, "Are you shitting me? If I had the money at the time, I would have bought all 20 pair." Trust me, and then I could have sold them on eBay or whatever. But you know, to make a long story short, I called Dollar Hobby, called A-Main, told them about it. What happened a week later, or not even a week later, a few days later, all of a sudden all these people started carrying Badlands. And before that, nobody could get any Badlands. So, I mean, and I did a video about it. I think it's called The Muggy Strikes Gold or whatever. And I shared it with everybody. Listen, man, if you guys want your 1178s, they're out and about now. There's only 200 pair, and that was how many months ago? There's probably got to be at least, I don't think that many people bought them up. There's got to be at least 100 pairs floating around, and maybe more than that. I mean, Proline doesn't make them anymore. They've been discontinued for a long time. But this was, what, maybe a few months ago? I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago? Maybe 6 months ago? They had 200 sets of those. Not like a set of 4, like in twos. 200 sets of them at Proline. Because, like I said, Proline is an hour from me. Mugen, it's pretty cool living where I live. I'm pretty, you know, because I got everything here. I mean, you know, even the weather. And I know you guys are going to be going, you guys are getting ready to hit some serious, I'm thinking it's going to be some serious ass heavy winter for anybody back east. So, thoughts and concerns to my brothers that live back east, because you guys are going to have to hunker down. And I don't know if I were you, and there's certain guys that I know, they don't give a shit if it's snowing. Elite, he was running last year when he, man, it was 40 degrees out, and he's in Detroit somewhere. And he had his gloves on, his thermal gloves, that, you know, the ones that heat up. He was firing up that 5B. He didn't give a damn. That's called dead. That's, you know, why there were other guys in the same state and same situation. There's, you know, that was the excuse to either run E-Ward or to just check out for the winter. Okay, whatever. I don't care if I lived in the snow. I would find a way to brap. So anyway, shout out to, you know, all my brothers. You know, 1/5 RC, Elite RC, Just Joe, brother from another brother, brother from another mother, Audrey Perez, you know, Gearhead Addict, this guy too. He's kind of, that guy, he cracks me up, man. He knows I don't drink, but yet he'll say, I'm going to have a beer on you. Whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you smile. You guys are looking at that red cloth in front of you like, Muggy, what the hell is that? I'm going to unveil to you probably, you know, I take pride in what I do as far as, you know, a lot of stuff. Especially in Nitro. I take pride in my whips. I take pride in my workmanship. I take pride in everything about this. Some people say, oh, it's not all that serious. Listen, when you spend 10 grand on a hobby, which I've probably got at least that into it, you know, you might take it a little bit more seriously. It's not like that serious. I mean, I have fun doing it, but I mean, when it comes to wrenching on my shit, tuning my stuff, keeping it maintained, upkeeping, keeping my cave and all my tools and shit organized, cleaning my shit, that shit's serious to me because it's a lot of money. I mention this all the time. Protect your investment. You invested the money. You worked your ass off. Unless somebody handed it to you. Take care of the shit. I do. I'll take care of all my shit. I take pride in every single one of my whips. They're like children to me. That's how sick I am. You've heard, you know, certain people say that these things are like your kids. That's how sick I am. Okay? These are living, breathing things. That's why I'm only into this. I'm not interested in nothing else. You know, it doesn't mean I have anything against people that don't do Nitro. But, you know, like John used to say, Mr. Bodagel, he used to say, you know, the what struggles, and you can talk to anybody. A lot of RC and a lot of the, you know, different types of RC doesn't need my help. That's for damn sure. They're doing fine without me. What needs help is 8-scale Nitro. I don't know why people don't understand that. This is a dying class. You guys don't get that? I guarantee you, there is less than 500 serious Nitro people on this planet. Well, we'll just say 1,000. 500 maybe in the United States. Okay? All the guys that they're subscribed to Mr. Za, people, those aren't all Nitro heads. Well, I bet you 90% of those people don't even do RC. They just like to be entertained. Come on, John hasn't been doing any videos on anything serious except for that monster truck in the last year. Am I saying, oh yeah, I'm Mr. Entertainment? No, but I don't know. Like I said in the past, you can look at all my videos, and I check all this shit. I do my homework on everything, even myself. And I have, and this is YouTube telling me this, I have an average of 300 views per video that I put out. Average, and some of them more. Go look at my last dozen videos. They're like 4 and some are 500. I only got 270. I don't even got 300 subscribers. I have almost double my views of my subscribers. And am I saying, well, I'm the king shit on, you know, I'm the badass or whatever? No. I'm just saying, well, obviously people are entertained by what I do. Because there's a lot of people out there that have way more subscribers than I do, and they're scratching to get 100 views. Maybe those people need to take a look at what they're doing. Maybe they need to, you know, be more themselves. Maybe if that's themselves, you know, then maybe cut back on videos. I would, personally. I would just do running videos. If I knew that I sucked at entertaining people, and my people skills are pretty good. Like you guys have said in the past, I've done sales and marketing for many, many, many years. Okay? You know? But, you know, I'm going to touch on something really briefly, and I really don't want to talk about, because I want to try to keep my videos positive. But there's certain people that just need to be, they need to know where the muggy stands. Okay? I don't want anybody to get anything wrong, like I'm some evil person. Like I'm some horrible guy. Because people want to portray me like that. People want to hate on the muggy. And it's just because they're jealous. It's just because they don't have what I have. Because I worked my ass off for this. I work a lot of overtime. I sacrifice a lot. And by the way, I have 2 beautiful daughters that I put through college. Okay? Do you guys have any kids you put through college? Some of you might. Some of you might. Most of you probably don't. I put 2 grown women through college. My beautiful young ladies, my daughters. I actually got 3 daughters, an older one. 2. Plus, take care of my responsibilities. Plus, take care of my bills. Plus, able to afford what I have. I live in a house that's 4,000 square feet. 4 bedroom. 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom. Share it with roommates. I live in a nice neighborhood. 20 minutes from Disneyland, 30 minutes from the beach. I don't live in the hood. I've been there, done that. This is my place, okay? You know? I don't live with my parents. My parents got a huge house. They got a house. Their house is twice the size. You guys have seen it. Okay? But that's my parents. That's not... I've been independent since I was 17, since I got out of high school. And that's my daughters, man. I love my daughters. Those girls are dedicated to working hard, getting an education, and they don't have, I mean, they have their personal life, but my daughters don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't party, they don't done none of that, man. I'm so blessed. Because I'll tell you what, when I was their age, in my early 20s, I was running around trying to nail everything that wasn't nailed down, you know, running around, you know, running the streets, man. That's the way the muggy was. I wasn't, you know, some goody two-shoe kid. All right? I learned a lot of shit the hard way. So I get it when some people in this hobby, they want to learn the hard way. And some people just need a taste of their own medicine, and they need to know, listen, the muggy's not, I don't got time to play games. I'm looking for people that are serious gearhead nitro heads, and there's very few of us, like I said. And even fewer of people that are gearheads. Now, I talked about how there's not very many full-on blown just nitro people. There isn't. There's not any, hardly any that I know. We're a very dying breed. Actual gearheads. I'm only interested in things that are real. Pistons, motors, fuel, fire, breathing, machinery. Nothing else. Okay, I've done all the E-word shit, just like Mr. Zaw did. Excuse my language. I've built batteries. I've ran and raced electric 10th scale for many years. Did the Traxxas thing. Did the RTR. I've been through all that shit. I've been in this hobby, RC, electric and E-word, for almost 40 years. Probably longer. I know that dates me. I'm an old ass. So, you know, anyway, the motocross thing, I mean, that's what I did, man. I used to buy shit like that, just like I do with my whips, and I would tear it apart and rebuild it, man. There's no better satisfaction. Sure, you can go buy a kit. It's brand new. You put it together. Yeah, okay, you put it together with an instruction booklet. Try buying one of these things. Sometimes they're a lot of work. Pour back, rusted, certain thing. I mean, you got to tear. This is more work. To buy them used is more work than buying a kit, because you have to tear them all the way down if you're smart. Go through everything. Take all the rust if there is. Replace certain things and then put it back together. I've done that with all my whips numerous times. Many, many times. Okay, where are we at? We're almost 20 minutes, so we're going to get this done by 30 minutes. So, my point is, you know, I take my whips very personal. I took my dirt bikes personal. People would criticize me when I had my dirt bikes. My last one I said that I owned was a 1990 YZ250. Ported, polished, pipe, boys and reeds, man, everything. People would look at my bike in my garage and they would say, hey, do you ever ride this thing? Because it was so clean. And I have guys friends of mine come over and look at my whips and say, man, these are nice. Do you ever take them out and run them? I said, all the time, bro. And I told them my dirt bikes, because, you know, like I said, they're so clean. I would say, bro, look at the back tire. That tire didn't get bald by it sitting here. I run my shit. You know, I don't say I run it into the ground, but, you know, I ran my dirt bikes like anybody else. Ran them on tracks, ran them on trails, took them out to the desert, all that stuff. Put a lot of hours on them. You know, I didn't beat the shit out of them. You know, back then they were, you know, $4 grand. Now you get a dirt bike, it's gonna, you know, a 450 or whatever, it's probably gonna run you almost 10 grand. They went up. But anyway, I just take care of it. I take pride because nobody ever gave me shit. I've been working since I was 17. Okay, since I got out of high school, like I said, my parents didn't buy me no car, you know, none of that shit. So I work, and same thing now. So I gotta take care of this shit, man. I don't got money coming out my ears. You know, there are certain things I told you guys that I budget on, but certain things you just can't cut corners, man. You gotta buy the quality. Unfortunately, that's how it is in HPL Nitro. You gotta spend the money on the better quality because it will give you less headaches. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people that. Like my buddy that comes over is always complaining about his Nitro shit when he's dealing with Traxxas and RTR and scrub shit, you know? Again, it doesn't mean that you're a scrub because you have RTRs and you don't have a race kit. It just means that's what those whips are built for. They're built for somebody just to get a feel for it, and that's it. And then move on. But why even deal with that? Just start out with quality, man. Mr. Zod would say that. Start out with a quality platform. That's where it starts out. Then get the quality motors and so on and so on. Okay? So anyway, now, like I said, I wanted to mention something because there's 4 guys that have put themselves, and I'm putting this out here to everybody. There's 4 guys that have put themselves permanently on the Muggy's shit list. Excuse my language. Permanently. Okay? There's a lot of drastic things for them to ever get off this list, but they're basically put themselves, and they basically sealed their own fates. Why? Because they decided that they wanted to make videos about me and talk shit about me. And I don't want to make this a, you know, rebuttal type defend myself, but this needs to be known. These 4 guys, and they know who they are, went out of their way to make a video to talk shit about me because I told the truth, which I'm not going to stop doing that. So, and also, these 4 guys, if you go look at their videos, all of their videos, and I researched all these videos. Like I said, the Muggy does his homework in everything that I do. Okay? The most views these 4 guys got were the times that they mentioned me, or the one time or whatever that they mentioned, because some of them did it more than once. The times that they mentioned me, you go look at these guys, and you guys will figure it out, and these guys know who I'm talking about. They know exactly who they are. Their video of mentioning either my name in the title of their video or mentioning me in their name got more views than most of their videos, 90% of their videos. Some of them, every video they've done, they have got more views mentioning my name or talking shit about me than any of their, and that's fine. Actually, that's pretty smart. If I was somebody that was like that, I would probably do the same thing too. I don't need to, though. I got more important things to do. Okay? And because they did that, these guys are on my shit list permanently. And I know these guys don't really care about what I think or what I say. And it doesn't bother to me. But I just got to put that out there. There's a reason why I am the way that I am to certain people. They want to go out of their way. You know, and these 4 guys will say, you know, well, the Muggy this and but the Muggy. And try to, like, patronize me. But then, in the same sentence, they'll subliminally, subliminal, is that how you say it? Subliminally take shots at me. So they're going to say, oh yeah, the Muggy's cool, and you know, the Muggy this, and you know, he actually is, you know, but subliminally, they're taking pop shots at me in their videos. Like excuse my language, like I'm some fucking idiot. I mean, these people want to insult your guys' intelligence and mine. And I'm not that guy. These guys, and they know who, like I said, they know who they are. Excuse my language, they're fucking with the wrong guy. I'm not that guy. Okay? The wrong guy. So, whatever you guys want to make more videos, try, whatever. Ramp up your videos, man. Like I said, that's a fact. These 4 guys Go look at their videos, and you guys will figure out that ever said my name or talk shit about me or put a title of Muggy in their video. Look at that video on the views and look at all their other videos. Fact. Not fiction. More views than anything they've done. Does that mean, oh yeah, if you mention the Muggy, you're famous? No. Well, I don't know. You tell me. Why would these people get more? Because people, one, because they like when somebody talks shit about me. Two, because they know that that's the only time that they're going to get a lot of views or people are going to take an interest, because they're just not interesting. Also, these 4 guys are the most boring guys that I've ever watched do videos. Boring. Now, doesn't mean they're not intelligent. Doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about. Doesn't mean that they're not knowledgeable and they're not great teachers. These 4 guys, actually, they do know a lot of what they're doing. They do, they do know how to teach people. And maybe they have better people skills, and I don't think they do, but maybe on camera they think that they can talk nicer to people. Okay? But at the same time, why isn't all their other videos have views except for when they mention me? You figure that one out. I already know why. I'm not I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm not the dumbest one. I mean, I'm not the dullest one. I mean, some people just think like, and then you hear guys say, oh, the Muggy's a pretty smart guy. Well, if I think I'm so smart, I do my homework, I do my research in this shit, why would you insult my intelligence by saying stupid shit? I don't get that. So anyway, let's not turn this into a whole fiasco, but I just had to put that out there. So anyway, and that teach his own. They sealed their own fate. These 4 guys will never ever be involved in what I do. I will never give them shout outs. I'm not going to sit there and drag them through the mud like they probably will want to do to me after they see this. Well, I don't care. You do your, like I said, I'm not in this hobby to live up to your expectations. Nobody's in this hobby to live up to mine. You do what you want. You do your thing. I do my thing. Hey, maybe later down the line, if somehow we meet up, then that's cool. If not, Sarah, like they say. I don't care. I'm more interested in helping people out that ask me for help. Guys like Audrey Perez. Guys like 1/5. Guys like Gearhead Addict. These guys take, like, I have people telling me, listen, let me know what you think about when you're done with comparing RCR mods to RB, because wherever one that you think is, or that you have both of their modified motors, wherever one you feel is the better one, that's what we're going to get our motors. I mean, people tell me that. If they didn't trust or believe or think that I know what I'm doing, they wouldn't ask me that. And some people say, oh, well, they don't know what they're doing anyway. Why would they even ask me? People do whatever you want. I don't dictate what people do, what people feel, what people say, obviously. Okay? All I can control, like I said before, is what I do. I don't care what anybody else does. That's their thing. Okay? Like I said, your video, your money, your ideas, your thing, whatever you think you are, legends in your own minds. Okay? Do whatever makes you happy. Don't worry about the Muggy. Muggy's going to be fine. I'm doing just fine. Okay? I don't need anybody's help. I always take help when it, if I see it's something that I can, that I can use. By the way, here, I'll give you this. I'll tell you this. This stuff here, Brasso, I've been using this to clean my pipes and a lot of shit in RC for the last 5 years. I've been using this for the last 5 years on a lot of chrome, aluminum pipes, RC. Now total, I've been using this stuff here. My mom's had this stuff. It used to come in a steel can. I've been using this stuff for probably about 35, 40 years. It's been around longer than me. So anyway, that's why people know that that's what you use, because they got it from me. Okay? It's just people have too much pride and they hate the Muggy so much that they don't want to give the Muggy any credit. That's why they don't subscribe to the Muggy. Let's punish the Muggy. We'll just watch his videos all the time and we'll give him 500 views, but we won't ever subscribe to him. Whatever. Thanks for the view. Oh, also the thumbs down people. I love you guys. Keep that thumbs down shit coming, man. That tells me that the Muggy is still talking shit. And that tells me that people are still hating. And hey, don't hate, congratulate. Or they say, don't hate, participate. Or get off your ass and participate. Okay, so now we're on getting on 30 minutes, so now we're just going to get to the point. I am going to show you okay, you guys have seen my whips plenty of time. Okay, this is to unveil to you probably something that I'm very, very proud of. This took me this took me a week to do. Okay, this isn't, what I do with my bodies, this is next level paint shit, people. This is next level, okay? They say image isn't everything. I say image is the only thing. I want my shit not only to perform, that's just me. You guys don't care, like I said, I've seen people's videos of their whips just tore up. I mean, beat the hell down. Unless you got it free, I don't know. You have money to throw away. I don't. I take care of all my shit because I work too hard for it. Okay? You guys see better that way or no? I don't know. This light, sometimes I get a glare. Or dim it a little bit. But anyway, the first paint job that I did when I got back into Nitro, okay, was this one here. I wanted to try to emulate the screen pattern. I didn't do this paint job. The XTM Mammoth, when it came out in 2005, I believe, this was the body that came with it. This is the original body. They did some kind of silk screen painting. I wanted to try to emulate it. If you look at it, it almost looks like it has like a blotched pattern. It's pretty cool. I'd like to try to do another one. Now, I tried to do it with this, and there's a certain way that you can do it, but it came out close. But anyway, that was the first one when I got back into Nitro, 5 years ago now. Okay, the second one that I did was that one there next to it. I did another one, but I wanted to do it, as you can see, in the same pattern, but a different color. First, second. Now, the third one that I did, okay, was, I would have to say, it was my God of War. Yeah, the God of War one was, I mean, look at, I love my buggy. Okay, I mean, look at her. This is a 15-year-old whip. Sexy cougar, man. Badass. If you want a race kit and you want one they're all over eBay. I paid $130 for this as a roller. Okay? That's the original wing that came on it, that yellow one. And also those tires you guys see me running the street, these pan racers, look at them, they're bald. They actually had tread. These are the original tires that came on it. This MBX 5 Pro Spec. 2004 was when they released this. And I went through it all. This thing's got everything. All the bells and whistles, all the goodies, all the hop-ups. There's nothing you can do to this thing. Except, like I said before, put better shocks. These shocks are great shocks. They're not, you know, I don't say they're great shocks. They're good. They work fine. I take care of them. Change them periodically. I've got them dialed in. And they're fine. But I think that the MBX 7 ones, like I have on my truck here, are better. And I would like to put some on here. They're not cheap, though. If I want to build brand new ones for the MBX, they're $100. So anyway, that was my second body. By the way, this one is getting ready to rock and roll. I'm really curious because I've never ran a modified OS motor. This will be my first modded OS. .21s, people, don't do anything for me. Stock. Modded, different. Although this one here, the R5R Racer, this one here is pretty badass. I mean, for a stock motor, I mean, like I said, I touched it a little bit, but even stock, it's a pretty, and it's a Reds. I mean, it's not just a normal .21. Reds are expensive too, but that one's not the real expensive one. But anyway, this is the only OS that I own. Okay, I've had OSs in the past. I got this on eBay. You guys know the whole story. But anyway, this one's modded by who? RCR Mods. Bam! And this baby, when I broke it in when I first got it, this is a nasty little .21. OSs are very easy to tune, so people that think they're great at tuning because they own an OS and they own a Novarossi 28.8 Rex Legend, or they own an LRP .32, which has the Novarossi carb. Those aren't hard to tune. These are easy to tune, and they stay in tune. You want a motor that'll challenge you on tuning? Here, get you one of these. See that badass right there? Bam! Pico. Modded. RB. Mods. Rick. Brake. Sick ass motor. My second favorite motor. Yes, you heard that right. Second favorite motor that I own. Well, you guys know what the first one is. obviously. And I'm going to show you that first one because it has a new surrounding around it, let's just say. Okay, well anyway, let's get back to the body. We're talking about bodies. This was the third body that I did, God of War. It came out okay. There was parts on it that I could have done better. I mean, I was somewhat satisfied with it. The color wasn't originally. I wanted this thing to be black. I think when I blended, I didn't back the black with another lighter color, and when I put the red in here, what it did is it turned it this copper type color, I guess. But anyway, it still came out okay. She's sick. She's ready to rock this OS. So I got to finish breaking in the Novarosi Rex 28.8 because that's the only one that I had the full break in. Like I said, when you get a motor modified and you send it, when you break a motor in and you've ran fuel through it, it's not brand new, and you get it modified, the modification has nothing to do with the break-in. That's coming from Lance at RCR. He knows what he's talking about. That's why on this one and the LRP, I only have to idle. He told me just idle a tank through it, and then they're good to go. But I usually idle a couple tanks, and I'll be cool. I'll be easy on it still. I'm gonna be easy on her because this thing is gonna scream. I got the works pipe on it with the header. Running a 3-shoe Max Life, the 3-shoe Max Life clutch on it. I use 3 shoes a lot on my buggies. They're good for buggies. Truggies, I don't. 4-shoe. But anyway, so that's the third one I did. Now the fourth one I did was, I believe it was actually this one. Now this one was probably up until the recent one that I'm going to show you. This one is my favorite one because, I mean, look at it. It's on a Techno. On not just any Techno, a sick ass Techno, one of a kind, NT 48.3, all the bells and whistles, people, all the titanium, everything. There's no other upgrades really for this except for the other ones that I mentioned before, and that's why Technos to me are kind of boring. Great truggy, badass, very solid, easy to drive, handles like a buggy. Killer brakes. I mean, there's nothing negative I have to say about it except it's just boring because there's not a lot of optional parts for it, and there's not a lot of hop ups you can get for it. You know, it's still one of my favorite. I won't say it's my favorite, but I won't say it's like second favorite because obviously my other truggy that I'm going to show you is, I don't know. I'm starting to think now running it that the Mugen MBX 7 that I own. It's pretty sick. I love that truggy. That's why probably why I've got 3 bodies for it now. Then the one after this one, which was my superheroes, I did it. This one I was satisfied, but I'm just real anal, and I'm probably my worst critic because I'll look at it and I'll see the little flaws where, if you can see where I got a little bit of overspray or. And this is, you'll see on this sick ass paint job I'm going to show you that I just done. My theme, and you're going to know my signature, I think, for my truggies, are where I'm fading the front. If you look how this goes in an angle like this, the front to the center, and then the center to the back. Now on this one I didn't do it. I could have done a little bit of a white, but I just wanted to do it in the front. So I mean, a lot of this is just being creative, thinking outside of the box. It just comes when you're doing these bodies. What I've learned is that's why I take my time with it, because I'll change my mind a lot, and once you do it, you can't undo it. So yeah, this one was, I love this body, by the way. J Concepts are badass bodies. They're very durable. I sprayed a lot. Because I have what, 1, 2, 3, I think 4 colors on this. Black, blue, no, 5. Black, blue, purple. You can't see the purple because I didn't back it with the white. Otherwise it would have came out brighter. But that's okay. But anyway, I usually, whatever color that I usually put about 4 to 5 coats on it. I do it pretty thick. That's why it takes me longer to do it. Because I'll do one color, 4 coats, and I'll let it dry for a day or 2. But anyway, this bodies are the most durable bodies that I've ever owned. Even I have Pro Lines too. Okay? Biddies I heard are okay, but this, I mean, I have never had an issue with this. I thought about doing a Zolatone. You guys know what Zolatone is? It's that rough spray that you do the undercarriage of like cars, or like people do in pickup trucks in the bed. It's Zolatone. It's that rough shit. I've thought of doing that. I don't know if they sell it in the can. I'm sure they do. of doing that on the inside of the body. But that might add too much weight. I don't want to put a pound on these things, even though I'm not racing. It's just, when you put more weight, wear and tear and everything, less efficiency, the fuel mileage will go down. I mean, there's a lot of factors you got to weigh into when you're putting weight on your vehicle. That's why racing, guys that race, they want that shit as light as possible. So anyway, this was my, was it 1, 2, 3, fourth body I did. Now my fifth one, obviously you guys know, the last one that I did was the Joker. MBX, this is the MBX 8T race truggy. Okay, but it fits on the 7, thank God. Because I don't have an 8, I have a 7. Well, we're already at 40 minutes, man. The monkey just can't never keep videos short. Okay, we're almost there, but anyway. That's why if you notice these videos that I'm uploading, there's gaps in between them. I'm giving people a few days to watch them, really kind of soak in my videos instead of just hitting you guys up with, you know, video after video after video. I don't need to. I'm too busy anyway, so... But anyway, this one came out pretty good. I like it. I mean, the Joker. I tried to do Batman villains. That's why Bane's on the front. I think I've got, what, Scarecrow, Two-Face. But it ended up coming out more Joker, which he seems to be... I mean, if you guys know anything about comics and shit, Joker is... Besides, I think he's probably the one that Batman dealt with the most. This guy was like a thorn in his side. So this one came out pretty decent. I mean, I could have done things differently. Now, what I'm about to show you here, this one is my favorite this far because, one, red is one of my favorite colors. As you guys know, that's why I got this sick-ass case. By the way, I love this case for my current favorite radio until I get my new one, which is going to be, like I said, the NB Noble. The next level above this Fly Sky that I showed you guys on the last video. That Elite highly recommends. He runs it on his 5th scale and his 8th scale. But it's pretty nice radio. We'll see how it is. For $200 you can't go wrong. I just like the fact that unless you get the expensive Futabas, you're not getting touchscreens on. I like the touchscreen thing. That's why I like this. And like I said, on the Techno, this is a great radio. Other stuff that, like I said, my Mugens didn't go well. I can probably run this radio off of I might try that. I have the extra receivers on the XTM. Because the XTM, the receiver box, where the receiver is, it's up here, up front. So it won't be affected by the heat. So anyway, this body here is probably my favorite so far. And like, again, I'm just my worst critic. I mean, when I start looking at it closer, because I was looking at it, I finished it earlier today, I'm like, man, I messed up here. And keep in mind, I'm still not done with it. There's still stickers I got to add. I just kind of got a rough draft of it, and I added some extra touches, things that I've never done before. So anyway, you guys ready to check this out? This thing's pretty sick, man. If you guys are Star Wars fans, you guys are going to love this. I love Star Wars. Oh, snaps. Look at that shit. Is she looking sexy or what? That's just the side view. You're like, come on, Muggy, quit teasing us, man. Let me see that badass. Now, keep in mind, this is the MBX 7 TR Race Truggy. There's no scrub whips in this room, except for that one. And it's got so many upgrades, it's not even really a scrub whip. Even though it is at heart, it's still an RTR. These other 3 whips that I have, these are all race kits, man. If you've never had a race kit, I recommend it, man. Stop messing with RTRs, man. Trust me, you'll love the race kits. Anyway, you guys ready? Oh, snaps. Holy shit, Muggy. That thing looks sick. 2 of my favorite colors, black and red. It's supposed to be a candy red. When you back it with a white, it pops it. I could have made it darker, like more of a blood red, if I would have backed it with black. So let's take a little... Woo! She's looking bad. I think it looks pretty sick. The D Racing rims, the black ones with the Badlands, come on. The only other one that I know that actually looks sick, and it's the same color, is if you ever seen Mr. Zah when he has his 4.0 dressed up with the Kratos body, that thing's badass. And I love Kratos too, so I'm a huge God of War fan just like him. The only thing that kind of throw me off is because I wish this head on these Novas were black. This thing needs a black-headed motor in here, and the only black-headed motor I have is reds. Now, I could run the reds in here because it's modified. That's the only... Remember, I said I would never run a .21 in my Truggy. Ever. Stock. Modified, different story. This badass here, modified by RB Mods. This baby right here, this is a sick .21. You'll see. I haven't ran this in a while. I got videos of it because remember we're gonna do a shootout. This sick ass modded .21 RB Mods versus the OS Lance mod. Okay, we'll see. We'll end the age-old discussion, but this is a modded motor too. This is not stock. For those people that, oh, OS this, OS that, and then those people, reds, OS, let's stop the argument. Let's take a same level. Well, actually, that's not the same level as this motor. Okay, but that modifications is, I think, a better level. So it might compensate. This Reds is a better quality, way better quality motor than that OS, but I believe, from experience now of running Lance's shit, that compared to Rick's, I think because Lance, that OS is modded by Lance, it might have an edge on this Reds, even though Rick did a good job on it. So it's going to be, we'll see what happens. But anyway, look at the, back to this. Oh shit. You guys want an overview? Check out the top of that thing. Now I added in carbon fiber. If you see on the front part of the hood, that's that carbon fiber wrap. I think it looks pretty cool. I've never done, well, I actually did it on the Techno and certain parts. I put it on the back here. I also put it on the front here. Now this is where it gets, I'm very meticulous, very detail orientated. This takes a lot of patience. I don't recommend it if you don't have, like if you're not real articulate and you're not detail orientated, then don't try to attempt stuff like this. Audrey said he doesn't have the patience. That's why Audrey Perez wants me to do a Scarface for him, so we'll see. I'm still trying to look for pictures. But see, I did carbon fiber a little bit on this one, but this is the different carbon fiber. If you look at this carbon fiber, it's kind of a shiny. Like a, you know what I mean? I like that. This carbon fiber that I got, this new stuff, which is this here. I like this carbon fiber. It looks more realistic. But anyway, there's the front view. Darth Vader. Techno. I am your father. No! They're not related. But anyway, so there you go, man. That's the front. Let's get this side view because there's different parts of this. I added in the, you know, I put the Star Wars obviously here. RCR, baby, because that's what's in there. Modified. There ain't no scrub stock stuff, people. There's no stalker. This is next level. John Bodegel specifically stated, when he talked about next level, majority of his next level that he emphasized was motors. Next level. Ceramic bearings, modified, you know, DLC coated. You know, that's what he talked about. He didn't say anything else. He always emphasized that because he's a motorhead, man. The guy collects motors. So anyway, the window trim takes a little bit of patience to do that. To do the trim like that. This was the only one that I put the caption in. You guys can read what that says. He's basically saying, I have a bone for you, Vader, since you've been terrorizing all them rebels. You know, I put a few stickers, but as you can see, the theme is kind of, you can see this is the Muggy signature becoming my signature that I do. Where I could take a color and fade it like this in the front. Like I did here. See how that came down? I should have left it black up in here somehow because you can see the Imperial Guard, but because he's red, you can't see him as well. That's why where the red Imperial Guards are, I didn't do a red because I wanted, well, I tried not to, because I wanted you to be able to see it. Like you can see that one there. You got Darth Vader talking to Emperor Palpatine. There's the back part, like a back view of it. I mean, this turned out pretty good. Like I said, when I look at it, I'm not completely satisfied with it. That's just me. There we go. We got the Novarossi, baby, because that's the motor that's in here. And if this thing was black, it would really pop good. But, it's a Rex Legend. Doesn't matter if the damn thing, like Mr. Zod said one time, I don't care if this shit, if they came out with pink ones only, I would buy it still. But yeah, she turned out pretty good. You know, we got the Darth Vader with the, you know, that could be Muggy. Some guy, remember I said, some guy mentioned, you shouldn't do Darth Vader. He choked people. Yeah, well, the Muggy chokes people with truth. And I choke people with verbally. I verbally choke people. Like, what? Where's the facts behind what you're saying? Freaking knucklehead. I'm just kidding. got his, I forgot the name of his, it's not a TIE fighter, because that's Vader's whip right there. Got his whip in there. You know, got the few of the things that I, there we go again. RCR modified. Bam. Yeah, and then this turned out pretty good. This was hard to do here. To get it lined up like that. But, I like the way it turned out, man. I'm proud of my shit. And I'm proud of this one here. Like I said, the DE racing rims look pretty sick on it. But we're going to continue to, man, my focus keeps, the hell's wrong with this camera? We're going to continue to break this one in. So, this video will probably get to you guys will probably start watching this probably Monday. Hopefully by Monday evening, you guys should be getting the video of finishing the break-in on this, which will be, we're going to give it full throttle. We're going to get on it. We're going to really rip it, man. This thing really sounds nice. Out of the 3 Rex Legends that I have, one of them's modded by Rick. This one here is, and it's not even, I haven't got on it yet, and it's nasty. This thing is very, very nasty. I can already feel the difference. So I had somebody ask me, what do you think? Well, so far, I can see the difference in Rick's mods and Lance's. Lance's is another level, I'm telling you, man. More and more I run his motors, his just is a whole nother level to Rick's. Like I said, this is nothing bad about Rick. Rick does great work, and Rick, I'm happy with the motors that he did for me. But Lance is just a whole nother ballgame, man. I mean, the guy is just, the technology-wise, the guy, like I said, Rick, learn backyard type mechanics. Lance used to design and build motors. The guy's just, he's a freaking scientist to this shit, man. He knows what he's doing, man. Been around long enough, and he's been in the game long enough in all aspects. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. And these are my whips, man. I take my whips serious. If I didn't, I wouldn't go through all this trouble. I'm never going to send out a body and spend however much to have it done, because then it's not mine. All these bodies I showed you, except for the XTM and the other body that I got when I bought my MBX7 Truggy, that's the one that came with it. The guy got it professionally painted. He raced professionally, got it painted. That body right there probably ran him about $200 to get it painted. Not including what he paid for the body. I think those are Enforcers, which are pretty good bodies. I'm gonna get me another one of those. But I'm getting another buggy body, which will be my 4th buggy body, and I'm getting another either another J Concept, or I'm gonna look into the Proline ones that they have for the Mugans. They look pretty sick. Because I already have this style body. Even though I like it, I would like to get a different style. So there's many more paint jobs to come. I will always paint my shit. I'm getting better at it. This is my latest, greatest creation. I think it turned out pretty good. Like I said, it could have been better. There's a lot of stuff that I messed up on, but I think it looks pretty sick. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. Muggy's got to get back to his regular scheduled program. So, you know what? I will always help people out. But those 4 people, unless they do something drastic, and then there would be a lot of hoops they'd have to jump through. Those 4 people, and you know who you are, don't ever ask me for shit. And I know that I've always said that I will never tell anybody no. Those are exceptions. Those 4 guys, I have made an exception to bend my rules. Which means if these 4 guys ask me for anything, they're not getting dick from me. Ever. Credit due where credit's due. Also, criticism due where criticism's due. That's the way I always roll, and the way I'm not going to change that. Good, bad, or the other, you guys can say whatever you want. I really don't care. I'm just concerned about the main people that I talk to on a daily basis, and the people that reach out and ask for help, that have never, ever, ever talked shit behind my back, and have never, ever threw me under the bus. People will say, well, don't you do it to people all the time? I don't just come out of the blues and start treating people like people say that I do. They're full of shit. So you believe what you want. You draw your own conclusion. That's just the way I roll. I don't care if people unsubscribe. I don't care. People view my videos because there isn't nobody else out there doing anything or putting anything out there worth watching. Period. I watch all. How many times do I tell you guys? You think I do my homework means I do my homework for Nitro, for my whips? I do my homework for everything. Every single thing connect to this. The YouTubes, other people doing videos, who's doing what, watching other people, and there is nobody out there that is even really worth watching. Half the time I'm watching motocross shit. I'm watching drag racing shit. Only guys I usually watch in the old videos are John Bodegel, okay, and Adam Drake. I'll watch some of the old nerd stuff because his new shit, I don't even know what the hell this guy's saying because I can't understand his audible voices and shit, so, you know. But anyway, that's all I got. I wanted to share this with you. The Muggy, okay, takes my whip seriously, okay? I take my passion and my desire to go to a different level than most people have in 8-scale nitro, that I've seen anyway. And, you know, the old saying, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. So, why not me? Anyway, that's all I got. I don't know what you guys are doing in your caves. I haven't seen anybody make an effort. Hopefully you guys are getting your caves ready, but there's a couple guys, but like I said, if there's not 10 people that are entered, then I'm not giving away shit. I'm not wasting my time modifying a motor. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to just give shit away just because I have nothing better to do. I'd rather keep all that shit. I don't like to give away nothing, and I'll never sell nothing. I'm not that guy. I keep all my shit. Even the motors I have over there, look, I have these motors, they'll never do anything. I might build this Offna one, Hyper 21, because it just needs the insides. But all these other ones, that came in a lot with the other Hyper. I got all 4 of these motors for 40 bucks. This one I just had to put a back plate on it and get the carburetor for it. Boom, there we go. That was worth what I paid for all of them. Those other ones, man. Well, the exception of this one. That was the XTM 24.7 that you guys seen this before, right? That I threw a rod through that baby. Look at that. There you go. Get your RTR and pull starts, baby. And run that bitch lean and mean. And that's what you look forward to. Been there, done that. So anyway, more motors are coming. More pipes are coming. Another whip's still in the work, and I think it's pretty cool. Shout out to, you know, to 1/5. That guy is always looking for a techno. When he sees a techno or a Muggy or a Kyosho, he sends me links and information, and other guys do that too. Hey Muggy, I know you're looking for a new whip. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's brotherly nitro, brotherly love. Those are the guys, they're not talking shit subliminally behind my back or telling me, hey, you're cool and everything like that, but then underneath their breath, or, you know, slandering me. Again, don't let your mouth write checks your ass can't cash. Or how I got this one for, I leave you with this one. A lot of you guys out there are letting your Doberman Pinscher mouth out talk your Chihuahua ass. And you know what that means. So anyway, do what you want. Do what makes you happy. Try to keep it real if you can, because a lot of people don't. I'm not afraid to say what I feel, the way, I just call it how I see it, man. Facts, truth, knowledge, that's it. Okay? You guys want a family channel, you guys want to see guys do E-words and other shit, and go tune into them, man. There's nothing but nitro and fit scale, anything with a piston in this cave, ever. And that's the way it's going to always be. Okay? Does that mean I don't care about other RCs? No. But other RC shit doesn't need our help. 8-scale nitro is a very elite, dying breed. This 8-scale nitro, Truggy and Buggy, needs everybody's help and support. I don't need to float on support and other channels and stuff. I have friends, personal friends that do that off YouTube, that do airplanes and helicopters and boats and all that shit. They don't need my support. They're doing fine, and there's plenty of groups that do that. What about 8-scale nitro? There's very little people doing this anymore. The right way anyway, or a next level like Mr. Zah was. You know, whether it's me or the other couple that are out there that, like I said, aren't what I can't watch some of these people because I fall asleep, or I'd rather chew glass. My God, some of these videos I see these guys make, I'm like, stop, please. Enough. I don't want to play anymore. Make them go away. But anyway, there we go on another hour. I tried to get this 30 minutes, but you know the muggy. Just things. I try to keep things that come up off top of my head. You know, things that I need to share with you guys. So anyway, do what you want. Do whatever makes you happy. Support who you want. Support who but remember, family's more important than any of this shit. Okay, and that'll always be like that for me anyway. So I won't say just. All I can say, like I said, at the end of the day, no matter what the results were of your day, the end of that day, if you can say, listen, I learned something today. You got ahead that day, man, regardless of what happened to you. Even if you blew a motor up, man, at the end of the day, did you learn why? I hope so. So anyway, I'll leave you with that. When you're not running your shit, make sure that piston is bottom dead center. I walk around and every so often, even though I know it's already set, I reach under and scratch the belly of my shit. I check to make sure that piston's bottom dead center. Don't leave that shit up in there, man. Put some muggy juice in there. Okay? So that's all I got. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.